expressions in percentages. As I told you that percentage, so this topic is so important, man, because in every area you will be using the same. Okay students, so now we will continue with this. So as far as the concept of percentages is concerned, yes students, just look at that. For example, students, so when we discuss about the very concept of percentages, so if I have to be very clear to you, this particular concept, it is not actually, it is not a simple topic, it is not a single topic, my dear students, it is the concept. So with the help of this, actually we will be discussing the remaining topics as well, because for example, if I tell you that, for example, my dear students, if let me suppose that an article is bought for about 1400 rupees, and let me suppose an article is bought for 1400 rupees, and if I ask you to sell the article with a profit of 10%, come on, may I know, my dear students, at what price the article must be sold? An article which is actually bought for 1400 is sold at a profit of 10%. May I know what should be the selling price? So do some calculations. So let me see how you are doing this. So an article which is actually bought for 1400 rupees is sold at a profit of 10%. So when it is sold at a profit of 10%, what should be the selling price? You know how to calculate 10%. Yes, my dear students. Student, if you can see that we are expecting a profit of 10%. So 10% of 1400 is nothing but 140. You know how to calculate 10%. And hence the selling price of the article is 1400 plus 140, and we declare that the selling price is 1540. Isn't it? So you might say that this question actually we get in profit and loss, but yes, we could able to answer this question with an ease. I will say this because, my dear students, so this kind of questions, whether it is a profit and loss, simple and compound interest whatsoever, we have to handle this concept by calculation, by calculating, by using percentage calculations. That is the reason why I tell you that percentage is so important. Because in every other topic, as far as the remaining concepts are what we call profit and loss and discount are all concerned, there we will be using the concept of percentage only. So one should be very strong at this concept. Okay. For example, student, if I say that, for example, I took around 4000 rupees principal from the bank. I took a loan of 4000 rupees. And banker said that rate of interest is 5% per annum. Rate of interest is 5% per annum. So student, may I know that how much interest I must be paying for about 3 years? What is the simple interest? What is the simple interest? Because rate of interest is 5% and I took a loan of around 4000 rupees. My question to you, how much interest I must be paying in 3 years? Please be cool and just try to think, because the principal is 4000 rupees, a rate of 5% is applicable, and we can simply say that 5% of 4000 is 200 rupees. Remember, 200 rupees is the interest for every 1 year. But I ask you to calculate the interest for 3 years. Hence 200 into 3, and hence the simple interest for 3 years period is 600. So percentages is a very important concept. Okay, man? Okay, fine. So we do some calculations today, and after having the getting the command, we move on to next question. Okay. Now come on student, please do these calculations, because it is a routine for us. We do calculations and after that we move ahead. Here we go. Come on student. What is 50% of 1200? Come on student, yeah, please go ahead. What is 50% of 360? Come on, yeah, make it fast. What is 50% of 24? Okay, very good. So 50% of 1200 is 600, and 50% of 360 is 180, and 50% of 24 is 12. And let me continue with the remaining questions. Yeah, please go ahead. Now come on student, yeah, I am waiting for this. Yeah, just do it. What is 60% of 1200? Come on student. What is 60% of 360? Make it fast. What is 60% of 24? Come on student, make it fast. 60%. Do you understand what I mean by saying this 60%? Because 50% and 10%. Student, if I have to calculate 60% of 1200, what I must be doing, you know, because 50% I already have it, and plus 10%, what is 10%? 120, so that is 720. Come on, what is 60%? 50% is 180 and 10% is 36. 180 plus 36, 216. And 50%, because already we have calculated 50%, and to which we have to add 10%. What is 10%? 2.4, and hence your answer must be 14.4. I think it is so easy to calculate 60%. 60% means 50 plus 10, that's it. I hope you understand. I think we can move on to next some more calculations, because they are going so strong, so good. In fact, now here we go. Come on student. So this time let us see how do you get it. Ready? What is 25% of, what is 25% of 8,000? Come on, do it. What is 25% of 160? Come on, come on, come on. What is 25% of 44? Student, 25% is nothing but 1 by 4. You know that 1 by 4. Come on, make it fast. So 25% of 8,000 is 2,000. 25% is 1 by 4. 8,000 by 4. 25% 1 by 4. 160 by 4 is 40. 44 by 4 is 11. I think you understand this. So we can move on to next level, because I can see you are doing extremely well. Probably we can answer some more questions in the same model. Ready? Question number 10. Ready students? What is 26% of 8,000? Come on, come on, come on. What is 26% of 160? Come on man, yes, you can do this. And what is 26% of 44? Make it fast. So my dear students, 25% is 2,000 and plus 1% is 80. Therefore your answer must be 2080. Yeah. 25% is 40. You know 40 we already have it, 40 already we have it, and 1% is 1.6. Therefore your answer must be 41.6. You understand that? 25% we already have it, which is 11, and we are adding 1%. What is 1%, my dear students? 0.44. Therefore your answer must be 11.44. So probably I think that you come to know how to calculate percentages, and I believe that now you got some confidence as well. Probably I must be giving you a test by putting some time limit. Okay? Student, now please don't look at the board. I will be giving you some questions and I will put some time limit. You need to answer the questions within the stipulated time. Please don't look at the board. Okay? Don't look at the board. Ready students? 15%. How? 10% plus 5%. Therefore 15% is 72. 10% is 48 and 5% is 24, so 15% is 72. 25%, it is very straight question man, by 4, 80 by 4. 25% is nothing but just dividing the given number by 4. 80 by 4 is 20, so that is not a issue at all. Now 21%, every 10% is 160, 20% is 320. Plus 1% is 16, therefore your answer is 336. Student, am I clear to you man? 336. 20% plus 1%. So when you are clear about 10%, you can get 20%. So 1% anyway you are confident. So there is no issue. Okay, 60%, how do you get 60%? 50% plus 10%. Therefore 19.2. I hope you understand this. Students, so this is the momentum we need to maintain. So once you are good at percentage calculations, I can tell you that you can answer any of the questions with an ease. That is the significance of percentages. Okay? Okay man, now I think we need to complete the remaining questions because you are already comfortable now. So probably we can go ahead. So these questions already we have completed. I don't think that I need to repeat this again because you are going well. I don't think there is any need to repeat these questions again and again. Right, my dear students? Right. So this question already we discussed yesterday. I just want to get back to this question and let me check it out. How many of you could able to answer this question? Ready? Let me make some changes in the question. I want to repeat this question again to you. Right. Student, in place of 25%, you please take 20%, and in place of 20%, you take 40%, and let me know what is your answer for the same question. Come on student, yeah, make it fast. The price of a TV set is decreases by 20%. So the result of which the sale increases by 40%. I ask you to find what is the effect on revenue. Yes, my dear students, yes, you know that. So revenue, you know very well, revenue depends on, revenue means, you know, revenue means it is nothing but the amount collected. Revenue depends on price as well as sale. I gave you that there is a 20% decrease in the price and there is a 40% increase in the sale. So price decreases by 20%, therefore let the revenue be 100. 100 into 80 by 100. The reason of 80 by 100 is price decreases by 20%, sale increases by 40%, therefore 140 by 100. Now do the necessary cancellations. Now 14 into 18 is 112. So we thought of starting the revenue with 100 and we took 100. After these two changes, we can see the revenue becomes 112. Therefore, revenue increases by 12%. So from the previous revenue, we can see that there is an increase of 12%. Can move on to next one. Just look at the question, my dear students. So let me see how you answer this. Here we go. Let me make some changes in the question. In place of 30%, you please take 25%, and in place of 10%, you take 20%, and answer this question again. Length increases by 25%, whereas the breadth decreases by 20%. After having these two changes, let me see how the area changes. Yes. So the length, so my dear students, now we are about to discuss the change in area. As far as rectangle area is concerned, so area depends on length as well as breadth. So length into breadth is nothing but area. So we start taking area as 100. Length increases by 25%, so 125 by 100, you know why 125 by 100? Breadth decreases by 20%, therefore 80 by 100. Now we do the necessary cancellations, 25 5 times, 25 4 times, so this again 20 times. Oh, this is very interesting, literally no change. We can see that we start taking length as 100, and after having the two changes we can see that again the area becomes 100, so it is a clear indication that area is not changing at all. Probably another question, yeah. So my dear students, now I am moving on to next question. Ready? Here we go. Let me make some changes in this question. Come on, go ahead. So the first change is, in place of 20%, you please consider 30%, and in place of 20%, you take 30%, and you have to answer the same question again. Come on student, yeah, go ahead. My dear students, as far as this particular question is concerned, we can see there is a decrease. Student, for your kind information, when percentage increase and percentage decrease are same, there is always decrease, and that particular decrease is nothing but 30 into 30 by 100, and we can see that there is always a decrease of 9%. Yeah, probably you might have you might took expenditure as 100 into 130 by 100 into 70 by 100. Yes, absolutely right, that is the process. Actually that is how only we need to do it. But what I said yesterday, my dear students, when percentage increase and percentage decrease are same, there is always loss. There is always loss in the whole transaction, and the loss percent is nothing but 9%. Probably the same question you would have answered something like this. Shall I tell you that? Probably this particular question you might have done something like this. Expenditure is given by price into consumption, isn't it? Price into consumption. You might have taken expenditure as 100, and price increases by 30%, 130 by 100, and sale consumption decreases by 30%, 70 by 100, and you might have cancelled something like this. You might get 91. 100 becomes 91. So yes, your answer is 9% decrease. Probably you might answered this question something like this. Yeah, that is absolutely correct. I never mean to say that that is not the process we need to adopt. We can definitely do it, but even in a simpler way, if we can answer this question, why don't we adopt the same? So what is that? When percentage increase and decrease are same, there is always loss. The loss is nothing but 9%. Students, I just want to repeat once again to you, man, because you are in graduation. You are in graduation, and within 2 to 3 years of time, you will be entering into an employment. It can be whatever the employment, whether it is software industry, banking industry, or service sector, whatever it is. Please do understand that the first test is always aptitude. You will be taken into the company only after getting into aptitude, and if you are not good at aptitude, you will be put aside, because companies give top priority for aptitude. Once you are good at aptitude, the remaining tests are being conducted, that is technical test, interview, and only those tests are only later on, only after you are through in aptitude. So please do understand that you have got a very good time, to understand what is aptitude. And I just want to repeat once again, my dear students, after completion of the syllabus only you will get the different doubts, because when you are practicing this topic, you come across with different questions. Obviously you start getting some doubts, and of course your faculty are always available to you and they will be answering your questions. But anyway, please do understand that you need to give top priority for aptitude. Student, let me tell you that there are two important things if you want to settle in your career. There are two important things Student, somebody posed some question to me. Yes, may I know what is that question? Yeah, sure, I will tell you. I will tell you. Please do understand that if you want to settle in your career, I can give you two important suggestions. Suggestion number one, you should be very good at aptitude. Suggestion number two, you must make it a habit of communication in English. Because the interview is held in English, you have to have the natural flow in English. For your information, if you want to have the natural flow in English, the only process and the best process is reading. Reading will help you to be in touch with English. So do read English paper at least 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day. There are many advantages. One is you will be in touch with the current affairs, which is very important for your career planning. And second one is you start improving your communication, because communication requires a lot of the words. You need to have the wonderful vocabulary. You can develop your vocabulary only by reading newspaper. Okay? Please do understand that you focus on these two issues. Forget about whatever happened in your academics, just forget about that. It was all done. Now it is your time, because we have 2 to 3 years of time. If you don't start right now, you will not be able to achieve your goal. Okay? So aptitude and communication are two important things, my dear students. Please do understand that. Right? Never mind. Okay, student, I will explain your question, because you said that you missed that particular class. Never mind, we repeat the topic once again, and if you have any doubts, we will be discussing there. Okay? Right, my dear students? So I think yes, we are going fine. I believe that we can move on to next models. Ready? Right. Okay, my dear students. Now I am moving on to the next model. This one already we discussed. Now please concentrate. Student, now I put some question to you. Now please try to answer this. Student, yeah, just look at me. So I have 400. Let me suppose that I have 400. What I did, you know, I subtracted 10% from 400. So student, please listen to me. After subtracting 10% from 400, I get 360. Okay? What I did, so I subtracted 10% from 400, and which mean to say that now I have 360. Right. Now student, now please look at the board. Now I just want to put some question to you. If I have to make 360 to 400 again, may I know that is it enough to add another 10%? Because in the process of subtraction, I did 10% subtraction. So if I have to make 360 to 400 again, please listen to me. Is it enough to add 10% of 360? Come on student, please tell me yes or no. Can I add 10% of 360? Come on, do it. Come on, do respond. Because while subtracting, I subtracted 10%. After subtracting 10% from 400, yes, I got 360. My question to you, if I have to make it 400 once again, is it enough to add 10% to that? No, it is a big no. The reason is, if you add 10% of 360, what happens, you know? 360 plus 10% of 360 is 36, which means to say that you never get 400 again. You never get 400 again. I hope you understand this. Am I clear to you? So in the process of subtraction, yes, you might have done 10% less. But when you want to get back to 400, it is not enough to add 10%. Could you see this, my dear students? Am I clear to you, student? So which means to say that 10% is not enough, it should be more than 10%. But how much, we are not very clear about. Therefore, this is the significance of percentages. Exactly. Because 10% of 360 is 36. While in the process of subtraction, yes, you might subtracted 10%. But while coming back, it is not enough to add 10%. That's good thing. I appreciate that. Very good. It's not enough. Then how much we have to add? Then how much we have to add? So my dear students, so this is a very important point. Please write down two important notes. Note number 1. Percentage increase is equal to percentage decrease by 100 minus percentage decrease into 100. Students, whenever a number is decreased by something, okay, if you want to get back to the original number, how much percent you have to add? You must use this formula. Percentage increase is equal to percentage decrease by 100 minus percentage decrease into 100. Yeah, very good student. Wonderful, wonderful. And another formula you need to note down. So second formula, percentage decrease is equal to percentage decrease is equal to percentage increase by, come on student, percentage increase by 100 plus percentage increase into 100. So these are two important formulas we will be using. So when we will be using these formulas, now let us see. Okay student, now I told you two different formulas and we are going to make use of these formulas in the following questions. Ready? Just look at the question now. Tell me student, what is the question you are given? The price of an article is reduced by 20%. It was reduced by 20%. To restore it to the former value, by what percent the new price must be increased? Therefore, we are going to calculate percentage increase. My dear students, percentage increase. What is the formula for percentage increase? Percentage increase is given by the formula percentage decrease by 100 minus percentage decrease into 100. You understand that? So what is the percentage decrease? It is 20. 20 by 100 minus 20 into 100. You get it? So 20 by 80 into 100. You cancel for 4 times. Therefore, your answer must be 25%. Therefore, the new price must be increased by 25%. You understand student? I hope that yes, you got it right. Okay. So this is a very important concept, particularly in percentages. We make use of this. Okay. Right. Student, I just want to repeat this once again. Fortunately, because of pandemic or whatsoever, you got a very good time to understand aptitude. Once you get into your college, you will not be having this much of time, I am sure about. You will never be having this much of time to understand. You will never be having this much of time to get the topic. So please make use of this. Once you get into college, I think very soon you will be in colleges for sure. So probably this is a very good opportunity, man. You have to understand this. Okay. Now, student, look at the question. What is this? The length of a rectangle is increased by 20%. To keep its area constant, just look at that. Find how much percent its breadth be decreased. Length is increased and breadth should be decreased. Tell me students, what is the formula for decrease? Percentage decrease is given by the formula. Percentage decrease is equal to, come on student, percentage increase by 100 plus percentage increase into 100. You understand that? Tell me in this case what is the increase, how much percent? 20. So 20 by 100 plus 20, 120. 20 by 120 into 100. 20 cancels for 6 times. Therefore your answer 16 2 by 3%. 16 2 by 3%. Therefore your answer is third option. Somebody asked me, sir, you said that there won't be any formula for percentages. Yes, I mean it. This is not the formula, man. This is only simple technique. But later on time, later after some time, I can explain this question even without using this formula. Yeah, that's a good point, student. I really appreciate that. Actually, in quantitative aptitude, we should not use any formula. In some cases, under compulsion, I just give you some formulas only for understanding. But once you are into this topic, once the topic is okay for you, we can answer this particular question without using formula. But I appreciate your concern. Good student, yes. Actually, we should not use any formula. Excellent. But only for few minutes, only for better understanding, you please start using this, and after that, I will be explaining you. Yeah, student, actually there is nothing we can explain in this question. The only thing is actually length increases. So when length increases, obviously area has to increase. But even after length is increased, we want to keep the area constant. This is possible if and only if the breadth is decreased. Okay. Therefore, breadth should be decreased by 16 2 by 3%. Okay. Now, here we go. Tell me, students, so what is the point? P and Q are inversely proportional. P and Q are inversely proportional. Inversely proportional, you know what is the meaning of inversely proportional? Ready? Now, if P increases by 100%, come on student, now the question, then Q decreases by what percent? Student, you know the formula for percentage decrease is equal to percentage decrease is equal to percentage increase by 100 plus percentage increase into 100. Okay. Now tell me what is the increase in this case? Increase in this case is 100. Okay. 100 by 100 plus 100 into 100. Therefore, 100 by 200 into 100. Tell me students, what is your answer for this question? 50%. Therefore, Q decreases by 50%. But I really appreciate that some student asked me, sir, why you are using formula? Without actually using formula, we can answer this question. You only told that we don't have formulas. Yes, exactly. I mean to say that, yes, we don't have formulas. Sure, yes, I mean it. But yes, I am using formula. So you are surprising, sir, why you are breaking your word? Because you only said there are no formulas, but still you are using that. Good. Very good, student. Now please look at the board. I need to tell you one thing. Look at the board. This particular question we can answer even without using formula. Exactly. I just gave you this formula only in the beginning because I thought that you will be getting some perfection. Once the perfection is obtained, we need not use any formula. Shall I explain to you? Shall I explain to you, man? Just listen to me. Come on, student. Yes, just listen to me. Tell me what actually happened. P increases by 100%. So we have two numbers. One is P and another one Q. So we have two numbers P and Q. So we have P and then we have Q. So let P be 100. So what happened, you know? P increases by 100%. If P increases by 100%, what does that mean? P 100% means what is 100%, man? 100 plus 100, now it becomes 200. Now we need to decrease Q. So tell me, student, how much we need to decrease? 100 we have to decrease from 200. So whatever the number you are subtracting, is nothing but 50%. Do you get it? Because we want to make 200 to 100. So it is the percentage decrease. How much you have to subtract from 200? You have to subtract 100 from 200. So percentage decrease is given by 50%. So yes, students, I think we can move on to next question. Okay, right. Student, just look at this question. Look at this question, man. Tell me what is this question, what the question you are asked, what is the point in the question? The population of a town is 18,000. The population of a town is 18,000. Okay, it increases by 10% in the first year and then 20% in the second year. Come on student, you please start. So the population is 18,000. Tell me how much percent it increases? It increases by 10%. So what is the 10% of 1800? Student, may I know what is 19,800? Tell me what is this 19,800? Come on, say in words. What is this? What is 19,800? Yeah, in the first year it increases by 10%. So after adding 10% of 18,000, I get 19,800. I am putting the question again to you. What is this number? Population after first year. And to this I have to add another 20%. You understand? 20% of 19,800. 10% of 19,800 is 980. I mean 1980. 1980, 3,960. Therefore, the population after 2 years will be 23,960. Student, tell me, how did you get this 3960? You understand how I get this 1360? Tell me, what is the 10% of 1980? 19,800. Out of 19,800, 10% is 1980. But you are asked to find 20%. You have to add another this 3960. Student, am I clear to you, man? Okay, student. So I think yes, we are going very well. Probably yes, you the people are connecting to this topic so good, and you are even responding. But it is not to the full. To the not complete satisfaction, because I can see that not all the people are responding, but I know that you get the answer. Okay, if you are getting this class in the mobile, maybe it's a little difficult to answer. I can understand that. But if you are getting this class in laptop or any iPad, so please do respond. I know that you have got some problem, because if you are getting this class on mobile, it may be a little difficult. But if it is not in mobile, please respond, because only your response can I can understand how the class is going on. Okay, okay, student. So I think yes. So this is for today. I believe that you are getting the point so good. Now we again meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay, thank you.